Hello Gemini, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you might have been in a relationship, could have been in the past, could be a relationship that you have currently, could also be a situationship that you are in. And for others of you, you simply may have just exchanged glances, and you know there's something special there, but no one's speaking up. Also, for those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I actually don't channel through any spirit guides. I never have. I channel through my higher intuitive self, so I am able to get the answers that I need. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel to provide you with some clarity and some guidance on your next steps. Okay. Someone here is very embarrassed. Embarrassing is a key word. So we have betrayal followed by energy, illusion, hearth and home, wisdom, power, mystery, rhythms, embracing the shadow under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Gemini, I know I have betrayed you. Now it seems to you as though I was a stranger, as though you never really knew me at all. Certain things that I said, that I've done, they were very unpredictable. I was never really on your side. And now it seems to you as though I was a stranger. Now there is a lack of trust, a lack of faith. And therefore, does that mean that there's a lack of love? Everything that I've experienced with you, I can no longer take it back. Everything that I said, everything that I've done. But I've had this spiritual awakening. And I feel that there's something about you where all of my chakra centers come to life. This is what makes me who I am. And somehow you have the ability of turning them, providing me with ambition and energy and drive. But even though I have this strange connection with you that I feel, I hide myself from this. I hide from the fact that I have a spiritual connection. I hide from the fact that I may have had a past life connection. I'm embarrassed. I hide behind a false mask, behind a veil, because I am in denial. You may know what is right and what is wrong. But the things that I have seen, the things that I've experienced, no, I'm not able to put a finger on it, but I do feel that things are quite different. This connection is a different kind of connection. I also realize now that you are this person who is very down to earth. Very soft, very gentle, always caring, always giving. You are my hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where my home is. I can confide in you and not fear that you are going to judge me. You treat me like family. Whenever I have been lost, I have felt, and I do feel, that you have been the one who can guide me home. And whenever I was cold, you were the one that made me warm. And all of the things that I have been through in recent times, now I see that things were very different indeed. There was a sense of wisdom, a sense of life and peace, tranquility in knowing certain things, seeing certain things that I did not see before. I understand many things now. And all that happened in the past, that is a lesson learned. I do not want to repeat those mistakes again. And because of this distance, you might not even realize how wise I have become. I'm not the same like I used to be. In this connection, I have seen and felt that you are someone who has a lot of power over me. The power you have, it's very unique. It's very beautiful. This power is starting to make me feel weak in the knees and emotionally vulnerable. I didn't know that you had this much power over me. There's a part of you that is very tempting. There is a lot of temptation here. And because of this, I feel that in this connection, you don't even have to try. You are able to seduce without even trying. I have questioned the universe. Why is it that Gemini is in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Is there a reason why you're in my life now? And are we supposed to be together? Are we meant to be together? I do feel that in this connection, there's a sense of repetition. Even though there's a spiritual connection, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I always end up thinking about you. And this is why I think it's a spiritual connection, because I can't let go. The feeling and the energy doesn't stop. Overall, you have seen a side of me that was very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. There's things about me that you never really knew about, but now you do. Things that I never really wanted you to see, but now you've seen them. These things make me who I am, even the darkest part of me. And I know right now, the situation between us, it is very awkward. And the environment has become very uncomfortable. But I would want to overcome this and have you embrace that shadow side of mine, because that is a part of who I am. Even though I have betrayed you and I'm hiding from this, there's a part of me that has grown much wiser. And I feel that there is a spiritual connection that we share. All right, Gemini. First card, the strongest, betrayal. So some of you, because of the intensity of the cards, some of you may feel that this is yourself. Maybe the roles are reversed here. But there's definitely a strong sense of betrayal here. Somebody behaved in a way that was not really expected. You thought you knew them. And it just, one thing led to another. And eventually, it just turned out to be this one giant sense of betrayal. But even after there's betrayal, this person's hiding. It's an embarrassing situation. So when it's embarrassing for somebody, they don't actually reach out to you either. They're ignoring you. Are they doing this out of spite or something? No, they're not doing that. They're actually simply just embarrassed. And they know what they've done is wrong. We don't see guilt here. Maybe in the other cards it'll show up. But there is a lot of awkwardness now in this connection. So some of you might be finding it very difficult communicating with this person, or they may be finding it difficult to communicate with you because of the sense of awkwardness in this connection now. It's no longer comfortable like it used to be. Okay, let's have a look. Goodness me. Okay. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. And there you go. I'm going to pull out one card that shows us, or rather two, that shows us what happened in this connection that started to go downhill. You have two beautiful cards. However, I am going to be reading the reverse, so they're not going to be as beautiful. 10 of Cups and the Princess of Cups. So some of you might know about this. Some of you may not have known. So some of you might have been ghosted, and you may have wondered what happened. There was a lack of closure. So this particular spread is supposed to tell you that. All right. So here there was a sense in the beginning of joyful closure, of fertility, of happiness, and a sense of community. But the reverse now talks about how this person started to change. And they did not want any type of closure. They did not want any growth or prosperity or sense of fertility. They knew that they're not looking for happiness. They don't know what they're looking for, but it was not happiness. That they knew. Community. They did not want to engage or talk to the people that were dear to you. There was a lack of emotional satisfaction. And they did not want to endure anything that was happening in a love relationship. They felt that they could not endure this. They did not want to expand their family, their friends, and their community within this connection. They didn't want to expand with you when it comes to their friend circle. Here, there's a sense of dissatisfaction, though uncertain why. Everything looks perfect on the surface, and there's an inability to experience joy. So, the way things looked on the surface, it seemed as if everything should be okay, but it was not. It was very evident that this person at the time, they'd had a lack of emotion for you because they just weren't feeling it. And the reason for that may be in the Princess of Cups. This talks about how this person had a lack of emotional receptivity. They may have showed this offer that, okay, let's be together, let's talk. However, it talks about here being an empty offer or an empty invitation. So they may have given you a cup, but it turns out that the cup was actually empty. It just looked like it was filled from far away. Now, and this cup, of course, has cup of love, right? It's a cup. So we have here a sense of fickleness or immaturity of affection coming from this person. So there was immaturity and there was a sense of fickleness. There was inconsistency and unreliable messages that were being sent from this person. There's a sense of ambivalence and codependence in this connection. Okay. The main thing here is that they were very fickle and there was a lot of immature affection. So immature, this person wasn't able to appreciate what they truly had because they were immature. When people are mature, they know what they're getting into because they've been there, done that. But this person didn't have any idea as to what love is. For them, they may have thought that every person you meet, they will behave in this manner. Why? Because they're immature, because they didn't have a lot of experience. But now after they will see that the grass was not greener on the other side, eventually they'll come round. But this takes time. This person needs to learn a lesson. Yes, you did have the wisdom card, and they are starting to learn that because the wisdom card you had. We have here, you see, we have in this spread something that happened in the past, but the first spread that I had, that's the current. So this person actually has evolved and changed and become a wiser person. That's why you had the wisdom card. So they see now that the way they used to think what love is all about, their opinions have changed. Their ideas have changed. Now there's more of a spiritual connection, for sure. They do feel that. And a bit of a physical connection. Sometimes even materialistic. But emotional, they're still trying to understand a little bit more about that because they never really experienced it before. Okay, that was interesting. All right, so we have here the beginner's tarot deck. So this is any actions, any plans, any intentions that this person may have towards you. Wow-wee, the Devil card. First card's the strongest. Then we have a Major Arcana again. The Hierophant. We have the Nine of Cups. You have two cards here that are popping up. Okay, two cards. We have the Magician. Then you have the Moon card. I don't read reversals here, but I read the reverse in the previous deck. Okay, interesting. You have a situation here that this person is trying to get back into your good graces because they knew they really did you wrong. The Devil card is here, so there's a sense of temptation here. And it's to the point where there is inner turmoil, there is obsession, and there are a lot of sensual and sexual desires, to the point where it has become toxic in this person's mind. This is the way they're thinking about you. They're also afraid of what might happen in this connection. Something may not move on, which they want to do. They want things to move on, but it's just not happening. We also have here the Hierophant. The Hierophant here talks about how in this connection, there now is this thought where this person wants things to be the right way. They want to do things the right way. And by the right way, it means they want things to be more transparent. They want more of a commitment. They want more of the society or the people around. Remember before there was a sense of community and there was a sense of family, but not really wanting to deal with family. That was in the reverse. So this is something where this person wants things to be very traditional. They want family, relatives, friends, the society to respect you and to respect them. So they want things in a traditional way, but they want the level of respect. And they do want commitment. And why do they want this commitment? Because of the Nine of Cups. Right after that, we have a beautiful card. Because you are what they wish for. They have wished for you, and they do wish for you. And what are they doing? How are they achieving that? With the Magician card. These cards are just flowing so nicely with the Magician card. So This person is wishing for you, but they are starting to manifest. And they know that they have certain talents, certain things that they can do in order to get you into their life. And this is something that is happening here with the Magician card. It's important to note that they are going to try many ways to make you happy, to satisfy you, to give you whatever it is that you need or you want. But they're trying to do this because they know that they actually have feelings and emotions for you now. Here on the bottom, we have another card that came out, the Moon card. Moon card talks about lies, and it talks about betrayal in the dark. That was in the dark. What was in the dark now will come to light in the future. But what's happening is there's a lot of guilt here, too. And this is an underlying factor that they feel that they have lied and they've betrayed, but the reality is they actually want you. And they're feeling bad about this, which is exactly why you have the Five of Cups. They really do feel. This is called crying over spilled milk. A lot of people talk about that. It's crying over spilled milk. The things that have happened. They were not really able to fix things or move forward with certain things. And because of this, they're dwelling in the past. They're not moving on. Because they're not moving on, there's a lack of progress. And so this is where this card ties in. It's because of the lies, because of the betrayal, they feel this sad. They also feel that they are the ones responsible for the way the situation turned out, which is why things are very awkward now. Gemini, do I see this person wanting to come back into your life? I do see intentions, but I don't see 100% approach right now. So there's intentions, there's also a plan, but the intentions are more. Firstly, this person needs to get over these feelings. They're trying to come back into your good graces with this love that they're giving you, wanting to manifest things, but it's only after they realize that, like, goodness me, I turned the situation into a really bad situation, and it could have been something better. All right. Let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. So we have here helpful people, followed by meditation brings answers. Then we have don't stop. Then we have listen to your intuition. Success. You have a timeline a year from now. Followed by perfect timing. And then we have trust under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. So, there's a lot going on here. Gemini, they're saying here that there are some helpful people in your life that you are unaware of. So it is important for you, whatever issues you're facing, to share it with a friend, a family member, somebody who you trust. Could be a therapist, a doctor, whatever. But there's helpful people. This is actually direct help from an individual. It could also be, for example, chatting online, responding to somebody who has a comment. So you're actually engaged with a person talking about something. Now, this is talking about helpful people. This is very important for you to let that energy go from yourself, transfer it over to something else, into the universe. It will make you feel a bit lighter. Meditation brings answers. So this is basically just praying or meditating to the divine. And once you have that, you'll be able to establish this link, this connection. Eventually, you'll be receiving answers intuitively because you have here, listen to your intuition. You will be receiving some answers in your mind. Sometimes you can even hear it from somebody else speaking. You can read while you're driving. You see this billboard or this big giant poster, and you see these certain words that just stick out right to you. You can hear the radio, and there's certain words that just really resonate with you. It's really strange the way this happens, but these are synchronicities. These are signs. And you have to be mindful. We can't be always kind of stuck with our devices. You have to be a little mindful of nature that's around you, because this is all part of nature. This will occur in a very natural way. They are saying that there's good news. There is success in the coming future. So there will be success in this connection, actually, Gemini. Not bad at all. This is a year from now. It could be from now until the next few months, like up to a year. But when it happens, the timing will be perfect. So this is not going to happen because you think it's going to happen at a time when you think is convenient. This is going to happen when your person of interest is finally ready. Remember, they had the moon card, right? There's that lies, the betrayal part, that the inside part where the 5 of Cups, they're not feeling good about this. They need to get over this. So there's a lot of guilt, a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. There's a lot of that awkwardness in the beginning you had. There's the betrayal in the beginning you had. There's the wisdom. So the wisdom does take time. And of course, this person's completely ignoring you right now because you had the illusion card. So give this person some time. I know you don't want to hear that. But this person is a human being, right? And people take a long time sometimes to get out of a certain mindset. It really depends on who they're with, how they're living, what society they're living in, how they're being influenced. So all of those things really do come into play. The speed. Some people, if they have a great environment, it just takes them a few weeks and they're back on track, right? And if some people have a really crappy environment, abusive environment, then it could take years for people to get out of that mindset. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, you have here trust. So the card trust talks about trust in the divine. This is trust in the Christ consciousness, and beyond Christ, the creator, who is the source. So do trust in the divine, because if you do that, you're going to be setting out an intention, and that intention is very positive. It's a positive vibe. And that type of positive vibe resonates with many other things. So it is important to stay positive, be in a positive environment, be around positive people. And if you are not, try to avoid those people and try to find some helpful people. And that's it, Gemini. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I also wanted to mention I'm still taking on some readings, which are my love readings. These are private readings. These are written report readings. And you can find that on my website, www.asnointia.com. And I also wanted to just let you guys know that on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, I will be uploading a new audio slash video, I guess you can call it, regarding negative energies. It's slightly lengthy, but it talks about negative energies, what they are, how we can deal with them, why they become attracted to us, certain things like that. You can empower yourself after you know how to tackle this type of a situation. They're all over the place, and there's many things that I've gone through, and hopefully you guys will find it very helpful. All right, Gemini, that's your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you guys again. Bye now. Take care.